A reader asks, help me better understand desirability assumptions. Are there categories of desirability assumptions? I like this question because too many teams, when they think about desirability assumptions, they frame it simply as our customers want this solution. That's a really hard assumption to test, or our customers are willing to pay for this solution. So we do have to answer those questions, but we can deconstruct them. So for our customers want this solution. What's the best indicator that a customer wants something? I like to think about this as they're willing to do what they need to do to get value from the solution. So for example, if I want to be fit, I have to be willing to work out, right? And I can get even more specific. I have to be willing to do some cardio exercise, to do some strength training exercise. This is also true in the product world. If I want to have, if I want to benefit from like the collaborative benefit of Google Docs, I have to be willing to create a Google Doc instead of opening Microsoft Word. I have to be willing to share it with other people, right? Like there's a number of things I have to be willing to do to get value from that product. This is why I like story mapping for helping us see our own assumptions, because in a story map, we're mapping out step by step, what does our customer need to do to get value from that assumption? And then every step in our story map is a desirability assumption. They're willing to do that step, right? And if they're willing to do all the steps and your story map ends with value creation, then they'll get value from the solution. And if the value isn't enough, they won't be willing to do all of those steps, right? So one of the best ways to deconstruct our customers want a solution is to break it down step by step. What do they need to do to get value from it? Are they willing to do each of those steps? Willingness to pay is similar. We can also deconstruct it. Have they been willing to pay for similar things in the past? Are they paying for something similar now? Are they paying for another way of solving the problem, right? Willingness to pay is a category in and of itself, and I have actually already recorded a few videos about willingness to pay, but it is a very important part of desirability. It's not enough to want something. We also need them to be willing to pay for it, which in a lot of ways starts to overlap with viability. But when we're talking about desirability in particular, think about breaking it down step by step. What do you need your customer to do? Are they willing to do each of those steps? All right. If you have been testing your desirability assumptions and you have tips to share, please do so in the comments below. I'm also going to add a link to our assumption testing guide for those of you that are new to assumption testing and are new to desirability assumptions. That should help you get started.